Start recording, start streaming. There we go. Oh, I also have to turn off my webcam because my face is already on the screen.
Wow.
Hmm? Oh no, I had to turn off the extra camera on the bottom right because I'm already here.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Although it would
like-
be funny to make you be the only one with your camera on. I'm guessing that's what you were thinking.
Let's never do that.
So you are the center of attention.
God, no. Nay.
I'm pretty sure there's more after that. There's
Nay?
Zen. My name?
Oh! Fuck's sake.
So easy to tease. Hey,
oh my god.
ADK. Oh yeah, I learned from the last podcast too. If the walk-on sounds are too long, I get copyrighted. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. The podcast would just be the start to my YouTube career, and then eventually I would make shitty montages. So that's completely fine.
I'm actually surprised it has copyrights.
Well, the one is like Wicked Wonderland by I can't remember the artist, which is weird. I've listened to it so many fucking times. But it's for Sleepy, and hers are about like 20 seconds or longer. So it's a long amount of time for them to track it. Oh, are you looking at my chat?
Yeah, I have it open. Hi, ADK.
You're so fun to hang out with.
Please don't do this to me.
I've already done this to you. You might as well get used to it. And so before we start, to anybody who's watching, this one's going to be a bit different because Corey can only be perceived for so long before she will start murdering people. I don't know.
Start murdering people?
Who knows with your brain?
Honestly, fucking fair.
And so after the normal topics are done, we will be moving on to Escape Simulator. But you'll still be able to hear Corey as she bemoans about every little thing. But for anybody who's not used to this, this is Corey, Corey No Naifu on Twitch. She actually recently became an affiliate, so if anybody here isn't following her, you should definitely go follow her. And definitely compliment her every time you enter her chat.
Please don't compliment me every time you enter my chat.
But it would be fun. Well, it would be fun for me because I can't be there, so I want to send other people to go do what I would do.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Go, my minions, go.
I mean, eventually I want to get to the point where I have like thousands of people where it's just like, yeah, let's just go bug this person for a day. Like, don't watch me right now. Go watch her, and let's have fun.
Oh, good lord.
Especially if I'm back on Twitch, then I can just do that. Well, I can just raid you. But for now, I've already told you a couple of the topics. So
yeah.
And of course, answer only what you want or what you are okay with answering. But I see this as a good way of other people getting to know you in the same way I do. Because I'm guessing with you, it's not that you're not willing to talk about it. It's more that I'm guessing it's unless they ask you specifically about it, you're not going to talk about it.
Yes. I'm not a closed book, but you have to ask me specifically things that you want to know before I will ever actually mention most
Volunteer the
stuff.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm pretty sure most people don't know exactly how to act around you, which is ironic because you're as normal goes comes. I don't know. And so you can, and so to anybody watching, you can ask her about anything. She will answer. It's awesome. So let's talk about your mom.
My mother.
Yeah, I mean, she's first. She's the matriarch. I'm pretty sure in like the UK, it's generally a bigger thing with the matriarch. America's kind of tainted with the fact that most of the boys in America all think that women are useless for some unknown reason. Um, Apparently, they never want to have sex, but hey, let's just leave that to them. In that currently burning down country, let's just leave them to their fate. And so, I know that your mom has made mistakes, but at the same time, I know that um, while you definitely resent her for mistakes she's made, I know that you still like if she died, you would cry. I
I
know
would
that's
be
not the
sad.
case about your dad, but that's the thing. Your mom hasn't made as many mistakes, but she's made a good number, and yet you still love her.
Yeah, it's a funny one, that one. Um, I don't hate her. I can't hate her. But
Sh-
yeah, over here,
She gave birth
there
to
is
you,
a
so
very that if she was worse, that would have no contribute like that wouldn't contribute to it at all. Like if she was just a little worse, I
yeah.
would not like her. But she managed to stay just underneath it for me to not hate her, but then also not really tolerate her either. I'm like this when it comes to my mother because I don't know what she's going to do at any given time.
Oh no, I've the same way. I love my mom, but she gets under my skin more than any other human on the planet because she knows all of my buttons. And if we're having an argument, she immediately switches to those. The only problem is I'm me. You push my buttons, I'm going to react. You try to play the victim. Oh, that's just poking the fucking bear. Like, oh,
Yeah, she'll do
why
that.
are you angry at me? Bitch, you know why I'm angry.
Yeah, she'll do that. She'll pull that card.
Yeah. Moms have that special skill of just getting under your skin when
She'll do it
it's the
unintentionally.
entirely wrong. Yes, it's the entirely wrong time. They don't mean to, and then they're entirely surprised. And it's like, just be conscious of what you're saying.
It's a no
It's not
filter.
hard.
It's a no filter that gets her in trouble a lot of the time
Yeah, and it's
because she just
always
says it. She doesn't think about it. It just comes
yeah.
out, and it's just like, oh, you really should not have played that card with me because now I'm just switching off.
Yeah. And that's the ironic thing too, because what's the number one lesson that that parents all over the globe teach all their kids, and that is think before you speak. And then all of a sudden they don't do it. It's like, why did you teach me it then? You don't even believe in it. What is? And then yeah, but at the same time, I know if I lost her, I would break down. I wouldn't be able to handle it. So like I love my mom, but God, she gets on my nerves. But I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly, because well, yeah, she gets on my nerves. She's also the one person who does it better than anybody, which which generally means she knows me better than most. And that's why I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, maybe a little less nagging, but still, on top of that is I couldn't ask for a better mom.
I don't think I would change mine either, because that is a thing that could go very wrong very quickly.
Yeah.
She doesn't know me, though. That's the only thing. I don't talk to her about much.
Well, I think that is part of it, though. That part is on you and her. I think it's both. But communication is a two-way street. You have to actually volunteer information. You have to put in some effort, and then she will also put in effort.
Oh no, I've tried.
Just
I've
force
tried.
it down her throat. That's
Just,
what I do with mine.
You get shut down, and she ignores it. So I've just stopped providing information for her. She thinks she knows me, and I will play that part. But for most of it, I'm a completely different person to her.
Yeah, see,
other than the fact that I'm reliable and she can talk to me about stuff. That part's true, but
I talk
who
about.
I am underneath all that is
I think you just need to be more aggressive in your
no.
information sharing. I've told my mom about my sex life. Now, you don't have to go that far. Well, especially because you don't have a sex life, but still. Well, hey, you're asexual. It's not like you can have one.
I do have one. However, the long distance kind of breaks that. Other than that, I don't have one. I have no drive to have one.
How do two asexual people find a chance to have sex? That makes no sense.
No, I'm saying
you both have no desire in sex.
Distance.
No, I'm talking about
We're
sex,
demi,
Corey. Physical sex.
Yeah.
You said
I have had it.
No, you said you were asexual. Your words, you never said you were demisexual. Not once.
But I have said I'm demi. I said I'm asexual on the demi spectrum, but that was when you were learning about what the word actually was. I have said I am demi.
No. Well, either way, I'm pretty sure it's demisexual on the spectrum of asexual, because isn't asexual the larger thing?
Yes.
You just said it backwards.
Oh my god.
You said that you were asexual on the spectrum of demisexual. Yeah, got caught.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I have.
Anyway.
Okay.
I have. Any librarian roleplay? I'm just curious.
No.
Because I could totally see you.
I
could totally see you doing quiet in the library and then spanking.
I hate it. No. Oh god, no. I need to stop drinking that fucking no.
Oh, is it the opposite? Is it that he tells you to be quiet and then spanks you?
He never actually told me. No.
Oh, he's never told you.
No.
Okay. Oh no, but you probably don't realize something, but that's gonna be
fucking hell.
I'm counting that as lore. You never denied the other thing. So now we all know you like a good spanking.
And?
Well, I mean, that just opens up. It opens up your character more. Because I'm pretty sure for most people, I'm guessing most people think that you're more withdrawn, you're more quiet, because to them you usually are. I'm guessing it takes a very robust personality to bring it out. And I'm guessing most likely pair, because I saw a little bit of the stream when you were playing, and there's pigs. So that's a good example of that. Irish Rover, I'll always have that in my mind. That was amazing.
Jesus Christ.
You literally dance like a gay guy.
I'm not gonna do it.
But yeah, so it's I'm guessing, well, I'm guessing your other half is probably another one of those where I'm guessing he's, well, you've never really told me about him, but I'm guessing that he's probably a mixture of, he can be, I'm pretty sure I'm using robust wrong, but I'm going to keep using it. I don't care. Because you know what I mean. He's probably a mixture of robust, but also a mixture of quiet. I have no idea, Corey. I'm prompting you here.
I'm trying to think. A lot of my current, I want to say no nonsense, but the fact that I no longer really care about what I say, like I can say it and not be ashamed of what I say, kind of thing, comes
Right.
from him. Like a lot of his personality has shaped who I am since we were teens, because we've been together since we were teens. It's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
But his no nonsense, slightly more he's not outgoing, but he's more tolerant of outside stuff.
Okay.
Has given me a lot more of a boost. And he used to be a lot angrier, a lot more terse, and irritable. But he's mellowed out a lot over the years too. So like parts of me has shaped him and parts of him has shaped me. So we're kind of the same, but he's a bit more. I don't know how to explain
He's
it.
less anxious.
He deals with it. He just gets on with it. He has no fucking issue. He does stress. Like it does impact him, but on the outside he's like, fuck this, I'm doing this anyway. It's like, okay. All right.
Okay, yeah. So he's more outgoing. Oh, he's more of an extrovert, while you're more of an introvert.
No, he's definitely an introvert. He hates people. We're the same. It's just he is more.
I mean, I don't particularly like people. There are certain people I like, but there are a good percentage where it's just like, I know that there's a certain amount of people in the world that I will never enjoy, and then there is a very small percentage, but it can grow and it can shrink, of people that I love having in my life. And he wouldn't even be able to argue with that, because there's you. That's your people. Yeah. So, So, now on to the harder to talk about. Let's move on to the piece of shit.
Oh, God.
For anybody who doesn't know, Corey's dad is a piece of shit.
Not a single person is surprised by the fact that I have daddy issue. Nobody.
Well, no, I mean, it could be anything. Usually somebody with daddy issues turns out very differently. And well, I want to say I can't imagine you stripping, but I can. But it's usually that kind of thing where it's like, oh, I bet she has daddy issues, and it's like 90% of the time, you're right. I think you turned out well despite your daddy issues. You turned it in a positive way, while others would pretty much just self-destruct, and I mean like self-destruct their life. You know, like, oh well, my dad doesn't love me. Well, then I'm gonna prove to him why he shouldn't. With you, it was more just like, oh, my dad's a piece of shit. Well, that's no reason to To prove that his view of the family is right, I'm going to persevere. So so he can't take credit in any way for my downfall. I don't know. In general, you have done a fantastic job of being the parent. And by that I mean
Unfortunately.
your kids are not, or your siblings are not dead. So no matter what, that's a passing grade.
No, I am very glad that they're doing well, because for a while there my sister was touch and go. When she
But
was in her teenage years, for a
uh,
while there she was trying.
it was always you though to be there to pick up the pieces. So you held it all together, and that I think is admirable because not every. I know there are a lot of people who have to do that, but nobody likes to be put in that position. And I know that there's no way you liked it, but at the same time, I know that you put you all into it because you knew nobody else was going to be adequate enough to help.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so I see that as awesome because I mean you literally raised your siblings starting what when you were 18. Nobody wants
I've
to do anything when they're 18. 18-year-olds are fucking assholes. I can
it,
attest. I was an 18-year-old ass. Well, I mean, I'm a 32-year-old asshole, but
it's actually been much longer than that.
okay, since teen, I'm guessing, like young teen.
Since I was 9.
Damn. Then yeah, it's
It
that's
They bonded to me a lot more than they did our parents, because our parents would scream at every little thing. They would overreact, and there was no talking about it. There was no talking about it. You did wrong, you got punished. The level of the punishment depended on how bad it was in their eyes. For context, I snuck out one year when I was like 7 or 8, I want to say. I was about 7 or 8. I took my bike and I went to the amusement park because neither of my parents would take me, and it was only there for a weekend. This is before it vanished entirely. Like, we no longer have an amusement park that comes to our town. But I snuck out. It wasn't
carnival,
dark.
you mean?
No, just an
Amusement
amusement park. It
amusement
was just a
parks don't.
pop-up amusement park. It was
Oh,
just
okay.
rides. There was nothing else there.
Okay, I was about to say amusement parks don't move, but pop
We
up.
have
Okay.
pop-up amusement parks where there'll be a Ferris wheel, there'll be that chair one.
Okay, yeah,
I
that's not an amusement park. That's
I'm
I've
just
been to
saying
one. It's a different
rides.
term, but yes.
It is rides, but
It's like
yeah,
a
I snuck
carnival,
out.
but it's like a different term for it. I can't remember it, but
Yeah, I don't know what to call it. It's just one of the pop-up
a
ones that
fair. It's a
goes.
fair.
Thank you. Okay, so
Okay.
it was just a fair. It was the middle of the day. It wasn't dark, but neither of my parents would take me. This was when my siblings were very young, because there's a 5 and a 6 year difference between us. So one was still like learning to walk, and the other one was waddling around. But even then, my mother was too busy looking after her granny who was visiting instead of looking after the kids, you know? So
Yeah.
I've always had a bit of a rebellious streak when it came to authority. I don't like when people throw their weight around. So neither of my parents were taking me to this event. My dad was who knows where. So I snuck out, took my bike, went down to the park, but I couldn't get on any of the rides because there wasn't an adult to watch me. So I just ended out hanging out on some of the railings with a bunch of other kids. But they were kids from the bad end of the town.
Right. The
They were bad.
D-Gens.
They weren't bad.
Oh, okay.
But their parents and their older siblings were known to be bad. So by default, by proxy, they were bad. They were bad company.
Yeah.
They've never done anything to me. Never. But yeah, I snuck out, and then my dad came home, dragged me out of the park, literally dragged me the entire way home, and then locked me in a room for 9 hours.
Damn.
And that proceeded to be his punishment for a lot of things. If it wasn't the hardest spankings he could give me, it was screaming at me, belittling me, or locking me in a room.
Yeah,
And
so
he's done that for all of us. Sometimes all of us would be locked in the same room together until he decided to let us out. So
yeah, that is child abuse. Like, there's no question. He's
so
well,
it's
I mean,
it's
like
no
we already know
surprise
he's
that
a piece of
that
shit.
I fight
So.
this man.
Yeah.
I didn't fight him for me, but I fought him whenever his attention turned to the other two.
Yeah. And that's because, in essence, you are the parent.
I'm very protective of them.
Yeah.
And I hate that I am, but at the same time I would not change that outcome at all. But anyway, my mother started working full time, so from 9 years onward, we saw less of her. For me, from 9 onwards, I saw less of her. My siblings were 4 and 3 by then. They were doing daycare and starting school, but they hated it, so they would have separation anxiety, and they would just be downright miserable in daycare. So the start of my downfall was pretty much me starting to skip school at 9 years old so that I could be at daycare with them to ease them into it until they got comfortable with it. That was me thinking about this, because it's like, how do I make this easier for them from 9? How do I make this easier for them has been my thought process since I was 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So daycare. And then they started school. Me fighting bullies because they would pick on them.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
I don't like people that throw their weight around.
Especially bullies, because they're usually fat.
Not these kids. They were not fat.
Oh, just lanky but mean?
Yeah, lanky but mean.
Honestly,
And
that
always in
sounds
the
like the
group.
best kind of bully, because those bullies are the ones that you can break in half pretty easily. It's the bigger ones that, like, their gut gets in the way and then they just bend and then it hurts a little bit, but then it doesn't go too far. But they're lanky. It's just, I know I've got the gut, so like trust me, I know. But the whole nope, I can't go farther than that.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay, we got our first Jesus Christ. Honestly, I should have set up a counter. That would have been awesome. That would have been a great counter to add. How many times will we see Corey say her catchphrase?
Like, is that actually considered my catchphrase now?
Oh, absolutely. It's the most consistent thing you've ever said. Other than the other things I've ruined for you, so you can't say. So you used to have others, but then I ruined them. So Jesus Christ is pretty much that.
It's all I've got left. Don't take it from me.
That and whatever the hymn you sing is, the or I'm pretty sure it's you and Tay and like a bunch of them like Jesus loves me or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, I don't do that.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't do that.
Well, most likely I can only assume that you started it unintentionally without any input from you. It was probably just because the whole Jesus Christ and the whole kumbaya, and then they probably just worked off of that, and then it was just like Jesus loves me.
Taya's always kind of done that, though, I think. She does it when
Okay.
she's struggling.
Well, yeah. Generally, it's whenever anytime me and Sean are being racial and we're picking on her, at that point she starts to sing. And it's like, and in my mind, I'm going, bitch, that's not gonna help you. We're just gonna turn it up. Like you're literally admitting it's affecting you. Why would we
Hang
not
on.
take that as, oh, well, okay, the sword is entering. Let's just keep pushing.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like it just how it is. Now, I would like to talk about your siblings because I imagine they are, in essence, your pride and joy. Because I mean, you raised them, you got them through all the hard things. So let's talk about who, well, not who they are, but who they are as people, basically.
Mm.
Yeah, like your brother.
Uh,
What does he do? What are his aspirations? Your sister, how old is she? Is
my
her
sister,
is her accent still around? Is she
my sister is so
single?
sassy. She's single. No, she found herself a Seattle boy a couple of years ago
Oh, good for her.
through a friend online circle. Like she is a different circle of friends from me. So
But at the same time, you realize that she more or less took after you like a child would take after their parents.
oh yes,
She started dating an American.
she's 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 had more relationships than I have, but they
Yeah,
were
but still,
all
the
American.
like. Oh, then yeah.
Yeah. Like unintentionally, she just found a group of friends and she dated at least one from that would join new. They would start it. They would start it and
They would start what the dating
the relation
proceedings.
yeah, they would initiate the dating and
Wow, what a surprise! American men being pushy. Yeah, never saw that coming.
they did not end well. None of them. This lad is fine. I like him. He is nice. I have no issues with him at all.
Is he tall?
Goatee. I want to say yes.
Okay, so
I
he's
want to
not.
say
Okay, so you would say he's not a mini lad.
he's not a mini lad.
Oh, you don't
I
get
don't
it,
know
do
what that
you?
means. No,
Damn it.
no.
Okay, haven't you ever heard of the Banos crew?
I
Wildcat,
know the
Banos.
I know the name of the crew, but that's the extent of my knowledge.
Okay, so a couple years back they had a drama happen where any lads, Craig Thompson, pretty sure Northern Irish, um he he left the group because well, basically nobody liked him anymore. And then it was like, you know what? I'm gonna go off on my own. Well, he went off on his own. He stopped hanging out with them. He started talking shit about them. But then when they were like, well, what the fuck? He would react as if he was the victim. And then he
Oh,
basically got into a huge depression spiral. And then he, as many YouTubers do, tried to get nudes from kids.
uh, good
So,
lord.
so that's why I asked, like, okay, so he's tall, so he's not a mini lad.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Oh no, no.
And it's also Northern Irish, so he's your
Ugh.
people.
He's not.
He's Irish.
He's not. They are considered UK. There's ye old sovereign blood in them.
Oh, well, Northern Irish, Southern Irish. Well, actually, yeah, you're right, because I mean, if we're talking America, the the North Americans and then the South Americans. the one, well, I mean, not all of them, obviously, but a good amount of them, where it's like, well,
Yeah, they're
you could make at
questionable.
least one sister fucking joke, and it applies to at least one person currently.
Ugh.
There's a very good chance when you make a joke like that, somebody in the South is actually having sex with her sister as you make the joke. So, yeah, I guess technically it is different people, so you can view it like that.
Cursed.
But that actually brings us to the next topic because Irish. I was wondering if you have a pot of gold.
I do not, sadly.
Okay, are you
There's so
aiming
much
to
I would
obtain
do.
one? Because I mean, it's kind of in your heritage. You have to have one. If you die without a pot of gold, I'm pretty sure you just go to hell. Isn't that
I
like the
don't.
Irish way?
I don't know. Do I aspire to have a pot of gold? Probably, but not for the material purposes or the
Oh,
wealth
I know.
aspect. It just seems
It's just
cool.
for like holding it.
Just
It's
for
just for
holding
like,
it.
and
Instead
I
of
mean, like,
I got a jar of
imagine,
dirt, I got a pot
yeah,
of gold.
imagine if, say, like, if you're like, your streaming career really picks up to the point where you can actually get gold coins. You can get um a pod. I don't know why I was going to call it a bucket. A pod, fill it up, and then literally anytime anybody visits your place, it's right on the mantle. It's like, yep, I'm more Irish than you.
I no.
Well, that's what I would do.
As cool as the idea is, I would aim for at least one of those little trick or treat baskets. You know, the tiny little pumpkins that kids can run around with. I'd get one of those. That would be at most what I would get worth of gold coins. However,
Okay.
having anything like that in your house paints a target on your fucking house. So I would not
True.
have that anywhere near me.
Oh, true. You do also have
Nowhere.
to hide it at the end of the rainbow, so you need to
Yeah,
find
and
wherever that
unfortunately
goes.
there's no fucking rainbows because it's always overcast.
Well, it can't always be raining, so you just have to look for the days when it's not, and then go on a hike.
But it needs to rain for a rainbow.
Yeah, isn't it always raining? It's the UK.
Not right now. Not right now, it's not. It's a weird it's weird, but
It's raining. It's raining right now for us.
yeah, no,
And
it's sunny as fuck.
yeah, the annoying thing is yesterday. Well, okay, so it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit because I always
Mm.
go by that because all the Americans that we hang out with, it's way easier. And also, I don't know how to translate Celsius, so no. So 41 degrees, and it's raining.
It's single digits. It's single digits. I know that much. It's under 10, I think. It's under 10 degrees for me because I know that the mid 60s are 16 degrees for me. So if you're 40s, it would be under 10.
Then yeah,
I want to say
under 10. 41. So as I said, and you were answering too. I don't know why I clarified that. Whatever. Moving on. But yeah, so so it's raining today, but for the past 2 days, it has been warmer than it has since before winter. And then all of a sudden, it's raining. Oh, and can't remember the exact day, but I remember it, and I'll probably remember it for a while because I was high off my ass trying to watch some videos before I went to sleep. And like I'm enjoying the videos, but I want to get to the end of it, and then I'll go to sleep. And then brownouts, and all the power cuts off. In the entire building, all the power goes out. It comes back on at like 20 seconds after, but it's still. Oh yeah. And so like I hadn't been outside the entire day, and generally I keep all my blinds closed. So when I went out to smoke weed on my porch, rain, snow, ice, and lightning all in front of me. And I smoke it. I go inside. I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Especially because I'm pretty sure a week before that, the entire week was toasty warm. It was beautiful. A little bit of wind, which made the heat a little bit easier. And then we got that fucking crazy ass storm. And then the next day, it was warm. Barely any snow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Canada is so fucking weird.
Ireland is also weird. We've had all 4 seasons within one day before too. Where it'd be like, it would be nice, and then not even 20 minutes later, the fucking sky just opened up and it was torrential rain, and then it decided to hail stones. And then it got really windy for no fucking reason. Then we went back to the rain, and then it cleared up within like a couple of minutes and it was sunny again. We're just like, oh.
I actually
Sun
really
shower.
enjoy hail.
Okay.
Hail is fun. Mainly
Hail is not fun.
Well, okay, hail is fun for guys because we can afford to go outside and take our shirt off and nothing untoward happens. And then we get a massage.
And then you get a massage. Yeah, no, that's like little fucking needles hitting you at Mach 5 speed.
Yeah, that's
You would not catch me out in hail again.
Yeah, that's pretty much Canadian acupuncture.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it works out.
Oh no. I'm struggling. Acupuncture.
Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, if it feels like needles, which it kind of does, but also pleasant.
No.
So, well, for us it is. So now we can move on, even though we have talked about them, but we can talk more in detail about your other half.
Okay.
But we also need a name to call him, because obviously we can't call him by his real name. We're not going to dox him.
His online alias is Valmar.
No, I don't like it. Okay, what else?
You don't like Valmar?
It's too boring.
I'm so used to it. It's boring.
It's pretty much if you were going into like a D&D game and it's like, okay, I don't really have any ideas. Valmar. Or
Well, the full thing is Lord Valmar, but he goes by Valmore/Val. So every time I greet Valicious, I'm like, "Hi, Val," and I'm like,
Well, yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say. It's like if you're watching Val in March, Valmar.
What the fuck?
Valmar. Val March. So it's accurate, but at the same time it's not. So okay. Irish American man. No, actor. Let's just do that. I actually don't know any Irish American actors. Bill Murray? Oh yeah, I guess he could have Irish in him. Okay, I'm gonna call your boyfriend Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
Yeah. So let's talk about Caddyshack.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Okay, so how do you meet him? I mean, obviously as teens, but like I want to hear the epic love story. Of which,
there is no epic love story.
I know. I was literally about to say. I'm sure you see it as like, oh, it's not epic at all. It's the most normal fucking thing.
It's not.
Well then, tell it, and then we will all decide.
In ye old baby YouTube age, when YouTube also had DM system, where you could send. Okay, so in ye old 5-minute max videos, YouTube era, my baby ass was on YouTube looking for my first anime on dial-up because Ireland couldn't get them. We didn't have any broadcasting stations, and I wanted to start. Enter my other half, who was uploading videos of Inuyasha, of all fucking things. So he was uploading entire seasons of Inuyasha. And I don't For context, I don't usually reach out and talk to people. The first time I saw another
What?
person,
No way.
I used to be
You
really
don't
bad.
reach out to people?
Okay. 16-year-old me, 16, 17-year-old me cried the first time I saw another player in World of Warcraft, and I logged off and didn't log on for another 3 years.
Okay, but are you trying to say you've improved?
I have improved. I no longer cry at the idea of having another person in front of me in a game.
Yes, but
I used to be
how many
I
times
used to be bad.
how many times have you reached out to me unprompted?
Oh no, that's different. That's not fear.
Oh.
That's not fear. I'm just
I'm
not
not talking
talking.
fear. The behavior itself has not
Oh.
changed, is the point I'm making.
Okay, the anxiety has lessened. How?
Sure, but like,
Okay.
if anything, you can reach out to me. Like with others,
I know.
it
I
might
just
be a
don't
little bit
have
like
anything to say, so I don't.
Well, it could be anything.
I just have nothing to say. So I don't. It's like I don't do small talk most of the time.
It could be
I don't
anything. Like, man, I
small
just
talk.
took a huge shit. Good
No,
for you,
God,
Corey.
no, never, never.
I've literally started stream like that. Like, man, I just had the
You're
biggest
more
shit.
likely to get a random text from me just going, "Well, I walked into a fucking door frame today."
Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, that sounds just like you. You seem kind of clumsy, but at the same time,
it's not clumsy though.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
That's clumsy.
No, not.
You
not
don't
if
walk
it happens
into a
as much
door
as it does.
Yes, it means you're clumsy. It keeps happening. Clumsiness doesn't
Fuck,
stop.
what was my train of thought? Before you derail me, what was I talking? Fuck.
Your epic love story with
Okay, yes.
Caddyshack.
Baby me, unprompted, decided I wanted to thank this random person on the internet. I have never done this before. And the next thing you know, I'm writing a fucking DM for this man, thanking him for uploading videos, and I've never done that before. And that prompted a small conversation that very quickly escalated into misunderstandings. Because
on whose part?
I fucked up. You know how I respond to messages. I don't put it all in one block. I have a line, and then I'll write another line, and then I'll write another line.
Yeah.
This man thought I was a catfish. This man thought I was a catfish.
I can see that. Yep.
So he ghosted. He just fucking done and dusted right then and there, just said bye Felicia. And it haunted me for an entire year. And then a year after, I had to fix it. Like, I was like, I need to clear up this misunderstanding because I don't like that this man thinks this way of me. And then we really got into talking. That is my love story. We really started talking after I had to fix my fuck up.
Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be
because
more
I felt
than just
the drive to fix.
I mean, there's no way it's just that.
It is just that.
That's not how you started dating. That's how you met.
Yeah.
I wanted the whole story.
Yeah. We were talking for a week and we went through the whole teenage, I like you, I like you, and then I ripped off the bandage. It was me that started it.
Okay, it is boring. Okay, gotcha.
It is boring. I told you, it's boring. I don't lie.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect it to be that boring. I've had those interactions when I was a teenager too, and then I grew up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now it's like, hey, I want to fuck you. Do you want to fuck me? Yes? Let's do this. That's the adult version of what you're talking about.
Yeah. But we were teens. We were both 17. We were both just hitting 17. Because there's only a couple of months between us. He's August, I'm October.
Yeah.
That's all anybody's ever getting out of me.
Wait, he's August. Wait, you're August. He's October.
I'm October, he's August, so there's
Okay.
only a couple of months between us age-wise.
And when in October? How close are you to me?
I've told you many times. I'm not
I'm not
telling
gonna
you.
remember.
I'm not telling you on stream.
Why not?
No.
It's getting to know you. So this is just informing other people of your birthday and when to plan for something.
No.
Fine. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways. I know that you're older than me, so I think. I'm pretty sure you're like 36 or something. So
No.
35.
Not yet.
34.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was close. It's close on 2 occasions. Yeah,
Close
so
on 2
you're
occasions.
yeah, so you're 2 years older than me. And that also means that I get to mess with you as I do with any older woman. Ma'am.
I hate it. Don't do that.
But
There's not that's not even a funny no. Don't do that.
okay. But there's
Ugh.
also what I got Emmy with when I said I called her ma'am because she's actually older than me. No. Wait. Yeah. She's older than me by like a couple months. So I was like, yeah, I can call you ma'am. No, I hate that. It's like, I can find something you hate more. Mommy. And she hated it. And it was like, yeah, which one do you want, bitch?
Oh, neither. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry. If anything, it would just be well, if anything, I would just wait until if I was ever to meet you and Caddyshack, it would be Cougar and it would be the Cougar and the Toy Boy.
He's older than me.
Yeah, but let's be honest, he's probably your Toy Boy.
No.
I mean, he's your great love.
It's the other way around.
Oh, you're the Toy Boy. Okay.
That is. Yeah, I know.
But you do realize that, well, as we call them, boy toys are usually supposed to be the young, attractive ones. So you effectively just called yourself attractive. Hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Corey knows she's attractive. So if you tell her, it's something she already knows.
Oh.
So there's no problem with telling her. She already knows it. It's nothing she hasn't heard before.
Ugh.
Now, honestly, this actually fits right in because you have talked about this. You think that people don't like you. Why? Have you not seen evidence to directly contest with that multiple times from multiple people?
Real truth for a second?
Yes. Well, as opposed to the real truth that we've been talking about?
I have dealt with so much shit growing up that I don't trust people.
I don't either. But
no, I mean I choose to be nice, but that does not mean that I like anybody at first glance because it's just me choosing not to be a shit person. You can tell me anything you want. I am not going to believe you. Ever. Ever.
Come on. Even me?
No. It's Nathan. It's nothing personal.
Oh, no. I'm not taking it personally. I'm just saying, like...
No, I'm just saying,
if
like...
anybody... Like, I get other people, but, like, I'm super blunt.
I believe nobody.
And that's fine, but...
So, people telling me that they like me...
with me.
People telling me that they like me when... Is this something I really want to get into right now? Probably not.
Yeah. Again, only answer what you want to answer.
But I have had who I thought were friends my entire life, only to no longer have them when they have essentially bled me dry of what I could give them that was worth something. So people telling me anything good about myself equates to all of that shit that I had to deal with growing up, and people calling me attractive brings me flashbacks to where I was the butt of a
Joke.
very, very, very long, painful prank when I was in school over Valentine's week.
Okay.
We do not tell me that I am attractive because my brain is just going to instantly shut you down then and there. I am not attractive. I am average. I am fine being a fucking meat vessel. That's what I am. I am just a vessel.
Aren't we all?
But
I mean,
don't compliment me.
I've seen Stranger Things. It's how it works. We were all meat vessels. It's what we turn into in the end.
Please don't compliment me. Don't.
All right. Instead, how about what I do with Pear? A backhanded compliment. A compliment. Well, okay. Well, obviously, you're way smarter than me. But a backhanded compliment is basically it's a compliment with a little bit of edge to it.
I don't know. I don't like it. It comes hand in hand with the I don't like to be perceived.
All right. Well then, no compliments, but instead I will just give you what now that. Oh, well, see, that's the thing. Like I don't compliment people. It's not what I do. I just state what I believe. It's if you take it well or poorly, it's not something that is intended. Like I don't do it for like, oh, this person hates it, so I'll keep doing it. I mean, well, I do that, but still. But it's not the main reason I do it. It's more that, and also remember that looks are not everything to me. I do believe that you are beautiful, but that's not all looks. It's mostly just because you're awesome. And also the Irish accent really helps with that too.
Accent has been butchered.
I know, but it's still kind of there, and you know it is. You know, every now and then that that Irish twang comes out.
It is in some word that hasn't been like.
I just said twain like Shania Twain. That Irish twain. When I realized I said it, I was like, "Fuck sex."
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Every now and then, it'll sneak through and it'll catch even me off guard because it doesn't fit in with the rest of my vocal set, and you can tell when it does because it kind of catches and it turns really sharp for a second and really short. It's like,
oh no, I've literally heard it and gone, yeah, you sound Irish. And I mean, like in general, I know that. Well, I think it's because I've watched a lot of like 8 out of 10 Cats. I've watched a bunch of people with accents, so like I've heard a lot of accents. So even though with other people they probably hear like, oh, it's closer to my accent than hers, her original, I still hear a little bit of it because I've heard so many accents so many times. It's why when I'm watching a Donghua, but like I'm not entirely sure if it is Donghua, I hear one word and I'm like, okay, that's Chinese. No matter what, even if it's not like the heavy shit that they do with like chong chong, even if it's not that, I still know immediately. It's like, oh, okay. And especially when it's the right studio. I think it's like Tencent or can't remember No, that's the video game. But either way, there is a company that does a lot of Chinese anime. So when I see that, it's like, oh, okay. But other times, I just know. So with you, yes, a lot of your accent is gone, but I still hear a little bit of it. And I think mostly it's just because I love the Irish accent on a woman. So whenever I hear even the slightest bit, I'm like, yeah, I heard it. It was there. And so I get that, with other people it's that, but I'm not paying compliments. I'm just stating what I see. It's kind of the whole thing with me. I know that you won't let yourself believe people, but I'm going to browbeat it into you that I'm not complimenting you. I'm just telling you what I perceive about your unperceived self to make you feel better about being perceived by me.
I'm still gonna disagree with you.
Yep, and
Like
that's fine.
it doesn't have to be a compliment, but like anything about me, I'm still free to be like, no, that's a lie.
Smart.
That's a lie. I don't see myself as smart.
I can't do IT. And I'm relatively smart. So you must be above me.
Don't do
Like
that. No.
my buddy Phil, very smart. He calls himself an idiot, but very smart. Since I could never code. I'm entirely too dumb to code.
I can't code either.
So yeah,
I've tried. Lord, I've tried, but
but see, you tried, which means you had at least part of the knowledge to be able to do it, but not the entire scope of the knowledge to do it. Ha!
I don't like that.
Thank you for proving my point.
I don't like that.
Well, you've been I'd say we're friends. We don't hang out a lot, but I'd say we're friends.
Uh, yeah. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say, well, I can't remember what the point of that was. I lost my train of thought the moment you hesitated. I was like, oh, it was like a suspenseful moment in a movie. I was like, oh.
She's
It
gonna
was,
say no.
it was actually kind of awesome because no, I honestly thought you were gonna be like, I mean, I don't know, and then I was gonna be like, okay, I guess podcast's over.
It's like I thought I was doing this with a friend. What the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus.
No, I would not be on here if we were not friends.
Yeah.
You would not catch me doing this if we were not friends.
Well, also you had to do it for pair first, so I see how the hierarchy is.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. I'm gonna stop.
Hierarchy.
Yeah. Oh no, it was just the fact that I was doing this. But like in my mind, because I've got a very dirty mind,
Jesus.
I was just like, I don't know what this means, and that actually kind of scares me that my mind can't find an example. So like in my mind, I was like, I could probably make something kind of dirty out of this, but I can't think up an example. That's terrifying. Oh, and as I told you that we would talk about Irish politics, or in other words, Conor McGregor. Well, as the sub
I
thing.
know next to nothing about this man other than the allegations that have been
Yes,
wafting
but
back and forth,
as we have talked about,
and that he likes to pick fights with literally anything.
it's the whole. It kind of goes back to the whole joke with. I've been told, I think even by Pear, that I would fuck anything that moves because that's generally how he perceives me,
Oh
which
my
isn't
God.
entirely wrong, but I do have limits, like animals.
Mm.
Not going to touch them, but
Yeah.
so I have those kinds of limits. But yeah, so with him, it's kind of the whole he will fight anything that moves, and if he he is an enemy trainer in any Pokemon game. If he locks, if you enter his path, he's going to fight
He's
you.
beelining straight for your ass. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He is the
Gregor is
rival,
coming.
basically. No, actually, yeah, that's a better example. He is any rival in any Pokemon game. You're just minding your own business. All of a sudden, he comes up, hey, fuck you! I'm better than you! Fight me! Because if you really think about it, that's every rival fight. I'm literally
Really
thinking.
is.
I'm literally thinking of a fucking Infinite Fusion, which is a fan-made game. But the best part about it, and I think, well, yeah, the best part about that game is because it's on PC and because it's not made by Nintendo. You can give names that are not okay by Nintendo. So I'm pretty sure during my first playthrough, Gary, or whatever the rival's name was supposed to be, was named Fuckface. So whenever I was minding my own business, here comes Fuckface. Fuckface is challenging you to a battle. Oh, thanks a lot, Fuckface. It was incredible. So I'm pretty sure Connor's just like that, where it's just like, I think it's a little bit like that, but basically, if you show any aggression, so in the same way with Ronnie Radke, I'm pretty sure they're both like very decent people until you cross them. Then it's you're done. I'm ending you. Like we talked about Ronnie as well, so like that's the whole thing. Generally, from everything I've read online, he is a delightful human being who treats his fans with utmost respect until they go backstage and be like, hey, fuck, where's my fucking refreshments? Can't you do anything right? Then it turns into, bitch, this is my room. Security. Bye, loser. Boom. So, like, I'm guessing it's about the same thing. If you show disrespect, well, and the only problem with that is if he gets into politics and actually ends up winning, he's gonna have to deal with Trump, who is literally just disrespect personified. What's gonna happen when they meet in a room?
Ugh.
No, the tariffs aren't coming off. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
They have met.
Yeah, but not when
not on the same grounds. No. They
yeah, not
met.
when Connor would have actually held a position of power. That's when all the pressure would be piling on, and then he would have to make a logical decision. And that's not what Conor McGregor does. Because remember, as I told you, he wanted out of his contract for the UFC. So he went on multiple streams of other people and got high and drunk on those streams because he wanted that to leak out so his contract would get ripped up because he didn't want to fight in the UFC anymore. Yeah. So honestly, I could see, like, if he was to win, there's about a 80% chance, no, 90% chance that he would do the same as Trump and burn your country to the ground. But there's a 10% chance that he would take the fight to Trump and win. But it's not very good chances.
The difference here is he can't make decisions like that. In Ireland, he can't. The president does. The president has little to no sway on making decisions in Ireland. All of it has to go through the actual parties writing the bill and then bringing it forward to him to sign, so he can say no to something.
Okay,
but then they'd have to rephrase it to suit him.
Okay,
but he can't himself.
The issue with politics in Ireland isn't necessarily due to the person in power. It's more the parties who obviously have no idea what the fuck to do with the country.
Pretty much.
Deport them.
And only because it's been... It's my opinion, But because the parties have not changed seat of power since the founding of the independence of Ireland, and we have just been on a downward slope the entire time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So it's only been Sinn Féin or Fianna Fáil that have been in power. They've been tossing the ball back and forth this whole time. And anything of progress that has passed is because they put it to the people to vote, and the people have voted it in. They can't say no to the people voting on it.
So basically, what should be the solution, from what I'm hearing, is take away the position of president or prime minister, whatever the fuck it is, take away all of that, and literally just have a bunch of options thought up by
I'm not
all
saying
the
that the
parties.
president isn't important, because our current president, Higgins, has actually said no to a lot of the detrimental stuff that they have tried to pass.
Yeah, but like,
So I genuinely do love our president. I think he's a national treasure. I'm going to be sad that his 2 terms is up and he can't run again. But we could have been a lot worse this time around if he hadn't said no and told them to rewrite stuff before he made a pass on it.
yeah. But yeah, I just think it would be better if it was left in the hands of the people, because it seems like, from what I've heard, like, even though I know you're not like a master of politics, but you know about your country. And I think that is one thing about Ireland that is probably true for every single person in Ireland. They know their country. And the people in the parties are probably just thinking like, okay, how do we benefit from this? And the people in Ireland are probably thinking, how do we benefit from this? But also, is it going to hurt the country? That extra line of thinking doesn't seem like it's important for the parties, because it's more like, how does it benefit us? It hurts the country. That's fine. Just build a bike rack that costs $1 million for no reason.
That's the thing. Ireland is essentially split into 3 parts. You've got Northern Ireland, which is on the UK, and that most people in Ireland now are okay with the idea of unifying us so that we're a solid island again. Like, they genuinely do want Northern Ireland back, because a lot of Northern Ireland has kind of been forgotten by the UK anyway. So it's almost like they're their own little section that, when it crosses their mind, they get benefits from the UK, you know?
Yeah.
So they're UK, but they're also not entirely UK, and it's really sad to see when stuff that passes on the mainland UK is not brought over to what is UK citizens. Like, they're still UK just because we don't have a physical border telling us that it's UK. All of their laws are still in Northern Ireland. But you have Northern Ireland, and then you have the Republic of Ireland. And then there's Dublin.
Isn't that like the capital of Ireland?
It is the capital of Ireland. It is its own fucking nationality.
I just guessed. Honestly, I had no idea.
It is. It is the capital.
It could have easily been Cork.
But it's disconnected.
Honestly, if Cork was the capital, that would be awesome. It's the place with the like the people who speak in nonsense, right?
We all speak nonsense, let's be honest.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that well, especially just the last time we hung out, you were talking about how in Cork it's just the heaviest possible accent.
Good luck.
So if that was the capital, that'd be awesome, because that would have people visiting and leaving going, the fuck? I didn't understand. I had a great time, but what was said?
Galway is another one. Mayo and Galway also.
Oh yeah, Galway girl, yeah.
Really thick. They have a really thick rolling accent where the words just kind of together.
Yeah.
And then Cork is just there's no breath in between their fucking
Yeah.
pronunciation. It's just go. And
Yeah,
it's really funny to hear it, but
the whole thing with the No-Glen Terrorizer, they were watching memes and it was an Irish meme, and it was literally like two men standing in like a field but next to like a stone fence, just talking, but they sounded like genuinely furious at each other. But then you're looking at their faces and they're not mad, and it's just like, that's amazing. Because like they're more or less screaming at each other, but it's just normal. And I think that's just amazing because nowadays in, say, America, mostly, that happens, that all of a sudden turns to, oh, you're assaulting me with your voice. I'm lawsuit. And then
yeah,
Cork, it's just it's the exact same. And it's like, oh, that was a good discussion. Okay, bye. It's awesome. Ireland is just awesome. And I know that there's a lot of flaws and a lot of history, but honestly, if I had to visit anywhere in the world first, like if not for like I want to go to the Louvre at least once, but if I'm visiting just for the people, Ireland. Although I don't know how
you'd be fine. You'd be fine in Ireland.
Well, I don't know how I would walk down the street without coming in my pants.
You're not. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Irish accents on women just passing me. Oh my god. My I would probably dislocate my neck from all the double takes. Oh my god. So this is the end of the rainbow. I've made it. This is my pot of gold. Yeah. Honestly, like Becky Lynch is a good example of that. Still a good accent on her. I think I think actually in 2K25 that might be your entrance. Or at least that was going to be your entrance. I don't know if you've made a character with Sean yet on the new game. But
he's made a new character for me. I love her so much.
Okay, but the entrance music, is it the Becky Lynch entrance music?
I don't know.
Or rather the old Becky Lynch entrance music, which was literally a river dance song. She would come out to the ring, she would get into the fucking ring, and she would river dance, and then her entrance was over. Yeah.
No. There's no river dance.
Damn.
There's no river dance.
Oh, it would have been funny.
I have not done river dance since I was in secondary school. So like since I was 13, 14.
I think the only dance we ever did was the the Southern dance. It was like I can't remember the name, but yeah, basically that. Like I don't know why we did it. I guess because I am basically in the South. Like if you look at all of Canada, I am directly in the South because Canada basically, in a way, does a big U, and I'm right middle, smack dab, bottom of the U. Like I'm a little bit up, but I'm probably the closest to the border than like, well, I mean, like other provinces, especially BC. In BC, you can actually go into America without a border because there is literally a town that I'm pretty sure the town is like half here and half in America, and the border is just a part of it. So you can literally go into America, you can step in, step out like crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but if
that was
you were
a choice,
if you were to go into actually go into America, and they were to find out that, like, oh, well, you didn't go through the actual border. Okay, we're arresting you. But if it's just in that town, I'm pretty sure it's fine. You just drive in, you go to some stores, you drive back. But actually visiting, you have to go through the border.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is a choice.
And so the next topic was going to be weather, but we already talked about the weather and how it's awful. Awful there for you, awful there for me. It's yeah.
Overcast. Always
So
overcast.
instead, we can talk about how you may be the first person to end up visiting me IRL.
I didn't agree. I didn't put a definite on
You
that. I
you
just
did
said,
research into it. You
I would
didn't
look
have
because
to
I'm
do
always curious.
research.
I'm always curious. I look like I have looked at flights to California. I have looked at flights to Texas. I have
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that, like, you are probably
I
the
have looked
closest to be able to, just because of the low cost.
just because of the fucking price. I was not expecting that shit to be under 250 euro.
Yeah.
I was not. Because from even and it's a straight flight. It's one plane.
Yeah.
That is really cheap for a single fucking plane. Usually the cheaper flights are because you have a layover. And even then it's close to like 800-900. And this is to the US. So
Yeah.
I'm like, artificial borders are a real fucking thing. And it's just like, please don't make this a luxury because the world is a lot more open than it used to be. Don't do this. But yeah, I was not expecting a round trip there and back to be underneath 250 euro. And
Yeah.
that's doable. That's a couple of weeks of saving up like that feasibly. That is achievable for a handful of days. Like I would not be pressed to make the most out of a flight. Like if I'm visiting my other half, I plan for months. I plan to stay there months just because it costs so much. There's no way I'm staying just for a short amount of time.
Yeah, and here
Because
it could
usually
just
yeah.
be a week, and I would just
It
have
could
to.
it could be a week or 4 days. Like
We're
it's not.
we're definitely doing mini golf. I'm
But like
I'm
you
I'm
know what?
kicking
It's
your ass
feasible.
in mini golf.
I'm not competitive. You're gonna kick my ass anyway.
I'm gonna put you to the challenge.
I don't have hand-eye coordination. That thing is going off. It's going into Narnia.
Then I will play just like you, and we will have a blast. We will see if we can get
break
it.
Anything.
Yeah, we will see if we can get it within the average, like par. But
Yeah.
if not, too bad. We'll make other people wait.
Oh my god, I don't like that.
Well, like, hey, just go to the other course, because there is a red and blue course. So it's like, hey, you getting tired? Switch over. I'm playing with a handicap. That handicap
I'm playing with a handicap.
is named Corey.
I am terrible. My hand-eye coordination is I say this. Like, I can do anything that isn't an extension of myself. So, like, throwing shit, I'm shit at.
Okay, but you have told me that you bike, right?
No,
No?
I don't bike.
Ever?
I haven't had a bike since I was a teen, and my dad tore it apart for parts.
Okay, but are you saying you know how to bike?
What do you mean by bike? Do you mean pedal bike or a bike?
Yeah. Like, actually balancing on a bike and moving.
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, I'm getting you on my e-bike.
I haven't done it for years, so that might be shot too, but...
No, I'm getting you on my e-bike where the chain is off because I never use the pedals, so you will have to get used to the motor right away.
You're going to hear me screaming?
Yeah.
You're going to hear me panic? I'm going to hate every moment of it.
or you might love it.
And there's going to be a lot of stuttering.
Yeah, honestly, that is fine because well, it's kind of hard to get used to going 20 miles per hour because that is the maximum, and it will stay at 20 miles per hour.
Oh God. Okay, that's not terrible then.
Oh yeah, it's not like like if you're on it, it feels
That's not
really
terrible.
fast until you're on like a long straight away. Then it's like, man, I wish this was going faster. But only when you're like really going really far, really straight, then it starts. Although at night it seems a lot faster at night, which makes no sense. It's not built that way. And yet at
I will
night
say, I
I'm
do
zooming.
wish I had a bike. I do wish I had a bike.
Well, just think. Eventually, you might make enough money off of streaming. You could get an e-bike, and then you wouldn't even have to pedal. Just zoom your way. And of course, you don't actually have to zoom. Like, you don't have to hold it. You can do I do the stuttering as well, aside from what I do with my mouth. But yeah, like every now and then I do just do the press, press, press. Usually when I'm on the road and there's a car behind me and I know they're going to be a dick about it. So I move over to the other side of the road, but then I mostly brake and I keep it going because I want them to pass me. I have also gotten, well, I've only done it one time, but I plan on doing it more because I like the symbolism of it. I'm going to start. If I do that, I'm going to do this and usher them forward. It's like, go the fuck in front. I'm not being in front of you because there are cars who I have had cars be maybe from the desk here to the wall. That's how far they were behind me. So if I were to crash, they would run me over.
I don't like that. On a bike? No.
Yeah.
No.
They'd probably just think like, oh, it's an e-bike, so he can go faster. No, I'm going my top speed, and you are riding my ass. So yeah, people just don't understand shit. It's stupid. But yeah, so just putting it out there to everybody. If you don't hurry, Corey's gonna steal your chance to meet me in person for the first time. So hey, you think that that people don't like you? Well, congratulations. You might have a little bit of resentment towards your way, so you should be happy.
Oh my lord.
Oh, and here is one thing I did want to know, because I know the general reason, but I kind of want to understand why you don't like games where you have to take on other people. Because like I understand the general reason, but is it just that you just don't like hurting people, even though it's not actual people?
This is a complicated one.
Yeah, because like this was born from rivals.
It's any.
Yeah, but I mean, it was born for me from
game.
rivals.
I actually don't know how to word this.
Well, just dumb it down if you need to.
Any interest I have in a game dies if I see PvP attached to it, because I genuinely get bored.
Because
I
it's too
don't like
easy?
fighting. I don't like fighting other players. I do not find it enjoyable. It's not that I get mad about it. It's my brain will just switch off. It's like, you force me to play a game, I'm throwing the match. I disassociate. I don't like it.
I mean, that's not too bad, honestly. To have one person on the team.
It's not that I don't want to hurt other people. I just genuinely find it to be the most boring fucking setting you can throw into a game, and it's the only thing you can throw into a game to make it worth something.
Not always.
That's all you've got. That's all you've got is PvP. You fight other players. It's like, okay, what else you got? Nothing?
There are some where it's like Rivals is good in the way that you like I've had to complete challenges because by the time I get back, if we end up playing Rivals again, I want to actually look good while I do it. So I complete challenges, but I play against AI. I haven't played against actual people in months. And you know what?
But
It's actually enjoyable.
It's designed around PvP. It's designed to only really cater to PvP.
Yes.
The maps are linear. That's what I'm getting at. The only thing it has going for it is the adrenaline rush of fighting a player that's not AI. That's it. That's all it has to offer is you're fighting another player and you don't know what they'll do. That's it.
All right,
so seeing PvP attached to something is an instant disconnect and disinterest for me because it's like, it tells me more about your game if it's catering towards PvP than something that's catering towards PvE, because all it has is the element of surprise from fighting another player. Your maps are very small.
Yeah.
Cluttered. Often ugly to look at because they're not meant to be looked at. They're meant to be obstacles.
I will say that the one
PvP
exception to that, the one exception, although I don't like the PvP in the game, but the one exception to all of that would be Destiny 2. Because the maps, I hate Crucible. I will not play Crucible, but I will say the maps are gorgeous. Like,
But you say Destiny, but Destiny also has a PvP or PvE side. Like, you can go out into the world, and the world is significantly bigger. There's more stuff to do.
Oh yeah,
so
there's
can't
more
hate on
PvE
Destiny
than
for its
PvP.
PvP isn't the core of it. Is what I mean. Like, any game that's core is PvP.
There's Crucible, Gambit, and that's the only time. Well, Crucible, Gambit, and Trials, but then the majority is the story.
But yeah, that's me. That's my beef with PvP. I just find it to be legitimately boring, and anything focused around it tells me much more about your game than any system you could have in place.
And see, even this is still like, I'm pretty sure at the time you didn't go into as much detail. So, well, with the fact that I was still wondering, I'm sure other people were probably still wondering. So if there's anybody watching this now or when it's eventually uploaded, it's still going to be information where if it's like, oh, that's why, I won't ask her anymore. Instead of just like how I was, where I was like, well, it wasn't like an answer that I completely understood. So maybe there's a chance she would. And that was in the back of my mind. I would, well, it wasn't.
No, you're never getting me into a PvP game.
But as an example, it was like that. But at the same time, I know you well enough to know that the example would never equate to you. Like, it would never work on you. But I'm guessing with other people, it could be a thing where it's like, oh, but maybe if I found the right game. And so
sadly no.
And so this would be an easy way for them to realize, oh shit, okay, I need to find games that are strictly just campaign, story, open world. Open world is probably more your forte as well, because that means it is huge.
I love exploring. Take me to see random nook and crannies. I will love every moment of it. Like, I will get distracted by every little shiny thing, but you know.
Yeah. And I mean, with that, well, when you eventually upgrade your graphics card,
Mm.
I will suggest that you play some Infinite Fusion because while it's not exactly open world, it's also amazing. And it is Pokemon, but it's cursed as fuck. So it would be perfect for you because you'll be if you played that on stream, it would be so
Why
entertaining.
would I need? Why would I need a better graphics card for? Is it 3D? Why
No,
would I
but
need a better?
no, but it's well, I don't know exactly how much it runs on, but in general, your graphics card isn't great.
My
So
graphics card is fine for the most part. It's only 2 games I'm bottlenecked with now, and it's Alan Wake 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds.
yes,
So I do have my eye on a graphics card, but it's going to take me a while to get that
yeah.
graphics card.
But basically, what I meant was that anything newer that's coming out, your PC can't handle. Like anything newer, because they are
For the moment, it can, and I'm still doing
yes,
pretty
but
well. Like I
like
could play Split
generally
Fiction.
when everything goes up to 16 gigs, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you need the 40 series because that's recommended,
No,
and then minimum is like, oh well, 20 series, and then even then it's like, okay, well, I don't have that. And so eventually all the newer games are going to like, you need a heavy duty PC. And honestly, I'm pretty sure what you need right now is just the graphics card because generally
it's just
if
shaders. It's just the shaders I need. So like it could literally be any of the 600 series from AMD, any of the 700 series from AMD, as long as it has that new shader compiler. Because mine only has 2 shaders, and the newer cards have 3 shader types. That would be
oh,
the biggest bottleneck, is if more new games utilized the new third mesh shader.
and well, have you tried increasing your shader cache size?
That's not it. The
Okay.
card is it's just dual shader. It only does pixel and vertex shader. It doesn't do mesh shader, and mesh shader is the one that does the the furs, the fur that is in most new games, like cloaks and hair and stuff like that, where they're individual
Oh,
strands.
yeah.
It's that. My graphics card cannot. It does not have the rendering capabilities for that specific thing.
Oh, and of course, Wilds is full of fur.
I asked my sister because my sister built a new computer. Her boyfriend helped build her new computer when she was over in America this year. When she was over in America this year, I asked her specifically because my issue, Wilds runs fine. It runs fine. There
It's
was no
just the
stuttering. It was the textures.
yeah.
There was something about the ground in the tutorial that was tearing and doing the you could see through the map, and it was just stretching the texture like there was an issue with the ground. So I just went, hey, what exactly is in the first area? Because this entire cave is, I can't see it. I'm like, there's no ledges, there's nothing. It's just a mess. But the frog was fine. Like everything moved fine. It was just a texture. And she's like, oh yeah, that cave is full of crystals.
Oh. So then the crystals are the issue.
There was something about the crystals, but because the mountains in the background was also doing it, I could see the trees, but I couldn't see the ground, and the actual cliffs itself were all doing the same thing and flickering really quick. I'm like, I'm guessing that's grass.
Okay, so it's the mesh for the
It is
individual grass.
the mesh shader is the one I'm missing on my graphics card.
Okay.
It's not built for that. So literally anything from the age of the 600 series onward for AMD would work for me because that's the entry level for the new shaders. And then I would be fine until
Yeah.
the next shader came out because they're relatively new. They're still getting updates. But mine, component-wise, mine is not built to ever allow for that third shader. So that is my bottleneck. That card is obsolete when new games start utilizing that third one more. And so far, there's only 2 games that I'm interested in that are having that issue. So if a third one comes out, I will definitely have to hasten.
You mean if a fourth one?
Is there 3 games?
Oh, I thought you meant the shaders.
Oh, the shaders. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
If a
because
4th shader comes out,
yeah.
I'm fucked.
But
But
I
like,
mean, most
if a
likely
third
there
game,
is other games like that because I
they're
mean,
just nothing I'm interested in because usually they're shooters.
yeah.
Usually.
I mean, Spider-Man's been pretty awesome, but it has guns. Just you don't shoot them. Usually they're being shot at you.
But it just means that I have to do a bit more in-depth research into newer games that come out to see if they're utilizing a new shader or not. And the more games I see where that third shader is used, the quicker I'm going to have to upgrade my computer. The rest of it is fine.
Yeah. Oh,
it's just a graphics card.
I will ask one thing though. How did you like fishing in World?
I did very little of it. I did very little fishing in World. I did more fishing in the older Monster Hunter games than I did in World.
In Wilds, the new monster that was just released in the first update, the first April update and all that. The only way you can take that monster on is if you complete the fishing quest line that is in the game. The only reason I know that was because I played through the update with my friend. I actually captured the bitch. It's really not that hard. But the only reason I was able to do that was because I grinded my ass off doing the fishing quest line. And let's just say I'm glad I did that offline. The number of slurs I was yelling at my fucking monitor, it was crazy.
If there's a quest, attached to it, I'll do it.
Oh, it's I think it's about 8 quests where you just it is. Fishing in the game sucks. The last one is you have to catch the Whopper. If you remember the big ones in World, where it was usually like the gastro tuna, but then there's other ones that are just big, and basically you have to fight them on the reel. It's just like that, but in Wilds, you have to tire them out. So you have to travel with them as they move, because if not, the line will snap.
No.
But if you're doing it in the wrong place and it runs into an obstacle and you can't move with them, it'll snap. And then once it snaps, it escapes and doesn't come back. You have to refresh the entire area.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's the last quest.
I don't like that.
That's what it all culminates in. A shitty quest. Yep.
RNG. Oh no.
Oh yeah, because generally you have to, I'm pretty sure you have to set the environment to plenty. You have to set it to, I'm pretty sure any time of the day, and I'm pretty sure it's only those 2, and then you rest, and then you do that. But oh no, I think it's like day, morning, night. No. Okay, I can't remember exactly because I got it done, so I don't have to worry. But yeah, you basically have to change the environment to plenty, because if you have it on like hallowed or whatever the term is, it's like very lightning-y. Like, it is nice that you can change the environment and that the environment changes, but it's also incredibly frustrating, especially because on PC, there's actually a well-known issue on PC. It's harder on PC.
Oh,
it's easier on console. Yeah,
of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to do, I'm assuming that has something to do with specs. Because
Possibly.
it's the same build. It should be the same build.
All I know is that on one quest, I spent a good 2 hours. Because I could not catch the fish. Because Oh yeah, because there's tricks that you can do when actually reeling the bait in. You can either do the like on here basically. You can either do slowly like this, or very fast, or that, or up,
Oh,
and you have to know which one you need, and you have to use the right bait. And then even with that, they might not bite.
you
For
were fucking
like
fishing.
yeah, and then annoyingly enough, it has to be with a rod because I've used the capture net and I've caught the fucking fish I needed and it didn't count. It has to be the rod.
Don't like that.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that is what my
okay.
friend Jay has to go through because they basically we were going through the update and they were basically like, I don't have the quest for that. Wait. What's this with the fishing? It's like I have to complete the fishing quest line, and I laughed so fucking hard into the mic I probably peaked. Oh, it was so funny because I went through
Almost
hell to complete that.
silence.
I went through absolute hell to complete that, and you know what? It worked out in the end. Thank God there was an actual point. I got to take on the new monster. I will say the high rank version of the low rank boss was so annoying and like not harder, just more annoying. And oh, it was not easy. But what I'm looking forward to is the first arc tempered monster. Yeah, that's coming April 25th or something. It's the Ray Dow, which is basically one of the apex predators, which is basically in each in each but in each biome you get a bunch of monsters and then an apex monster
Okay.
who is basically the leader of the area. There's only one, but of course, yeah, there's more because it's a game. But like, there's only one, and if it gets driven out of its habitat, it just creates natural disasters. It's the whole point of the apex monsters, and
They
one
can
of
change shit? Okay.
oh yeah,
Th- okay.
like like the environment. I think it's fallow, one of those where basically everything is like very lightningy and it's just total chaos outside. And that's what happens usually whenever any apex monster comes out. Shit starts going haywire. So the lightning bird, which is basically what it is going to be arc tempered. I think in general, aside from the boss of Wilds, like the last actual boss of what Wilds currently is, Raydao is the next hardest because I have fun with everybody else. Raydao pisses me off. So, Arc Tempered Raydao will be for me what Arc Tempered Corinne is for Sean. Hates it with a burning passion. Although he also hates Legiana, so maybe he just doesn't have taste. Because Legiana is very easy to kill. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but I think the only fight that was hard for me in Iceborne, um, especially. Oh, actually, yeah. I don't think we ever got back to Iceborne. Like, after the fact that we basically blazed through the story, and I captured every single monster that I could, which I think turned out to
Yeah.
be every single monster.
Except for the ones where you had to.
Oh yeah,
Where you had
the elder dragons. Yeah, they can't be caught. But we never made it to Fatalis.
fucking Fatalis. My brain just played his fucking theme.
Well,
Black Fatalis' theme from PS2, and Cool.
Yeah. I was about to ask, like, or I was about to say, I imagine you've taken him on in earlier games, but have you ever taken him on in Iceborne?
No, I haven't taken on Fatalis in any games because I think Black Fatalis was an online only fight because you needed other players to fight him.
Oh, absolutely. Um, Pretty sure normal health, if it's just you, is 66k. And I'm pretty sure whole team is 271k.
Oh, fuck that.
And in the
Oh
fight,
no.
okay, so you can do the normal quest where it's basically uh normal quest is you get 3 cards. The quest you get when you actually take him on for the first time, you get 5 cards, which is a lot easier. But Fatalis has 5 novas.
Oh.
The first two you have to do the first one you have to make it to an area or you will die no matter what. You have to make it to the area or he will kill you. The second one you have to get behind the gate and you have to close the gate after everybody is behind the gate or else everybody dies no matter what. And then
Okay.
the other 3 novas are when you are fighting him. He will literally just fly up into the sky, usually around the middle, and you have to go to where he is behind him, or you will die no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
There's a lot of death.
5 novas, but also if your dragon res and fire res is not at least like 20, and your defense isn't at least 900. And I mean, like, my defense in Iceborne is at, I think it's close to 1100. Pretty good resistance, and if he hits me with like a normal attack, at least a quarter of my health is gone. And I have really
like
good
that.
armor.
I don't like that.
Yeah. If I didn't have health regen on, like really good health regen, I wouldn't last. And most people just don't heal, so they just get carded. And I've beaten him twice. So I was very proud about that, but fucking hell, such a hard fight. Now, I would keep going, but I think that's pretty much good. Because the next one was basically aversion to emotions. And we've more or less already talked about that. Yeah. I mean, the answer is basically trauma. So no real reason to delve into it. But the last topic I wanted to ask is, how excited are you for tomorrow morning, very early?
The Return of One Piece.
Yeah, I already asked you, but like, it's been half a year.
I know. I can't wait to see more Egghead animation. I can't wait.
Especially if they like up the animation and then make it even better than it already was. Oh, the fights would be
And it was already
gorgeous.
really good. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
they came into Egghead swinging, like,
yeah, but there were a
most of the
couple
fights.
times when they could have done better. Like for both of Garp's attacks, I didn't really like it when the animation. Like, I get that they kind of have to dumb it down for when they're upping it, but when he did the galaxy
Galaxy Impact.
yes, when it hit the ground and then everything just started to like wipe out.
Everything turned into squares.
Yeah. It's the squares I think is the issue. So if they've gotten a way around that, I think that would be amazing. Because like
so much detail for them to do though for something.
Yeah,
that would
but I mean, it's
movie.
just like that one thing though. Like just that one attack, and then after that they could well, not easily go back to normal, but easier they could go back to normal, which is still high animation, but like honestly, those attacks in like higher detail would have been fucking incredible. Impact and Divide would have been so nice to see without the weird boxes, especially Divide, because anytime I rewatch it, you can see the box going, and it's always just like, I don't like that part. I do
Okay
like
with the
the fact
boxes.
that he gets hit in the face and goes, I really like that part, but in general, they could have done a little bit better with it. But either way, I have no real complaints. I love One Piece. I've been watching
Mm.
it for years. So I think I started when I was like 9, but I was watching it in English because it was airing on TV. So like that's how I got started with One Piece. So yeah,
God.
yeah, it's been a while. But God, it's so good. And of course, around like the 2000s, it was impossible to watch online. So you had to wait for it to come out on TV. And now, of course, everybody can watch anime online, and they don't know our struggle of
I
having to,
still I
of
still have
having to watch
some
something
struggle.
in English on TV.
I still have some struggle, but it's a region thing
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Funimation licensing does not go outside of the US. So like officially I cannot watch anything dubbed or subbed by Funimation.
I don't know if I can say it on stream, but well,
I know.
you know what I do. Just do that.
I know.
As long as you have a good antivirus, all good.
I haven't had any issues, thankfully. Like
Yeah, so I mean, it's fine
I
like
don't I
that.
don't I don't
And of
go
course,
clicking where I shouldn't be clicking.
if
My
you
voice
show
is
up
dying.
to if you were to show up to the uh, the events I do on Mondays, then you would be able to watch anime that you most likely, huh?
How I know that
How far or how late?
there is a person that I can't remember their name, but they're currently watching One Piece. How far have you gotten into that with them?
Oh, native. We actually stopped because well, we hold on. I have the list. I made it for Dark at one point, but then she probably hasn't ended up watching it. So, but oh shit, hold on. No. Okay, so we made it to, I think it was 337 because we basically watched all the specials up to episode of Mary, and then after that,
Okay.
we have a lot of episodes to watch. So I didn't really want to watch that because it's eventually I'll go back to it and we'll get all the way through. And also it's good because like 3D2Y was
Yeah.
it wasn't available for us at the time, but for her, she's gonna see what happens in the middle of it, and that's actually great for somebody who's watching it for the first time. It's literally it's canon. It happens, and you get to watch it as if it was actually in the story the whole time. And of course, now with the Fishman Island, we get to watch that instead and skip a bunch of episodes.
That's true. With the redone Fishman Island, it's only
Exactly.
21 episodes instead of as dragged out. I think it was like 40 something, wasn't it? The original one?
I can't remember how many exactly, but I know that there was a lot more than
There was a lot more than 21.
One Piece episodes, and then basically that, and then
51.
it shows.
They halved it, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So
It was
it's
51.
Yeah, I mean, if oh no, it's 62.
Is it 62? It says 51 on the wiki.
Most likely they are taking out any fillers.
Okay. So it's 60
I'm guessing.
otherwise.
Yeah. And so about that is that. So Yes.
So from 60-ish to 21 is a significant drop.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as it still has the same essence, then it's all good. But I mean, but and also if we wait a little bit, they might animate more shit as well. Like, I wouldn't show her the Dressrosa from Sabo's point of view, because that would just ruin the fact that, oh, Sabo, who's this random
Yeah, no.
character? It's more for us who
Yeah.
know about him.
Yeah, I would not do episode of Sabo.
Yeah, so not that one. But if they were to do like a shortening of that arc, because Dressrosa was so long, and
It is.
they could have made it a lot shorter, and nobody
It
would have
does
complained.
drag. I love it. I love Dressrosa, but it drags so much.
It's 118 episodes, and
But yeah,
generally,
it do be dragging.
yeah. I mean, like, I liked Whole Cake because, I mean, there were a couple times when I was like, okay, that probably could have been skipped, but
Yeah.
most of it was good because, like, you had to find out about Sanji's family, the betrayal, the reunion, all of it was
Yeah.
important. And then Wano was as long as it was, because a lot of growth was happening, so it had to be like that. The
Yeah.
only thing I don't like is, fuck the samurais, get them the fuck out of there, useless fucking cunts. Like, oh, we can take them on. Really?
It was a matter of
You really think
pride.
in 20 years he hasn't considerably toughened up? Okay, have fun, guys. Like, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
yeah.
they
What?
landed one blow on him and then got their asses handed to them. And the one blow didn't even slow him down. It was just like, oh, that hurt.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna kill you now.
I still frequently laugh over the time Luffy slapped him and it sobered him up, and then he just one-shot him. I still frequently laugh about that because
Oh, you mean the elephant gun from the sky? That's actually one of my favorite moments, because it shows how much
he just came in. Just came in
he
guns
cares that much
swinging.
about his crew, where it was like, oh, I shouldn't do this. I don't care.
No, oh yeah, no, I mean the very first time that he got knocked out by big man on campus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When when
Was that to do with
Kaido,
his crew?
yeah, Kaido blew the
No, it
blast
was
breath.
before. Was it?
No, he
Oh no,
blew.
no, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. No,
he blew
I
the
was
blast
thinking
breath
about
at the crew. Luffy reacted, jumped
Lion
down,
Man.
jumped into the sky, went down, hit him into the ground. But then, of course, it didn't affect him
And then
because
he just fucking
he didn't know how
sobered
to
up.
use he didn't know how to use the Rio yet.
Yeah, yeah.
And
No,
so
yeah.
then he got one shot, but then he still used Conquerors, and upside down, it looked like he was still smiling. Honestly, how do we not know that he was Joy Boy this whole time? Fucking hell. Like, it was. Oh, Oda's a fucking genius, because he's been teasing it the entire series. Luffy's way
It's
happier
revealed
than
and
he
you're just
should be.
kinda you're just left sitting there like
It makes sense.
hang on. Hang the fuck on.
Oh no, I think it was when, like, I read ahead and it was like, oh, Joy Boy's like an epithet. It's a moniker. That makes total fucking sense. Because how would he come back? And also, it makes more sense, because if Joy Boy was a person, then it kind of makes Joy Boy like, oh, okay, he broke a promise to the fishmen. That sucks. But if he was roughly a normal guy with a godly power, then it makes way more sense, and you can actually cut him a little bit of slack, because yes, he has a godly power, but he's still just a normal guy.
Yeah.
So
Like stuff happens.
yeah,
Stuff happens. Well, not everybody can keep their promises, but it is always like really interesting to see Luffy make the same promises. Not exactly the same way,
Yeah,
but
but
the
it's
intent behind them is the same. Like the drive to want to fulfill that promise is always the same, which is never changed,
honestly,
Luffy.
honestly, the one thing I'm just extremely excited for, because it's the one thing I've been waiting for ever since they introduced it, is what happened in the Void Year, or the Void, not the Void Century.
Yeah.
I mean, like I mean, there's enough hints that you know a little bit of what's going on, but not
Yeah, yeah.
enough of it. And Oda has already said that he's going to answer uh, any uh, uh, any unanswered questions. He's going to close up every plot line that he started, and that is incredible. So honestly, and also with the fact that Vegapunk has already announced what happened to the world, and honestly, it makes total sense. But also, it could happen again. Is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, it's just there's just so
We're in
much.
for one hell of a ride.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like with a couple of them, their dreams will be done once they reach the last island, but not all of their dreams are done. Like even with Sanji, if the all blue isn't right at fucking Laugh Tale, then then they have then is either it's before Laugh Tale and then his dream is done, but he keeps going, or it's around Laugh Tale, or he has to keep going to look for it. Or most likely, All Blue doesn't actually exist. It's just collecting from everything. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe Laugh Tale is actually right smack dab in the middle. So it's another way of being in the north, south, east, and west. So you can just collect from everything. But even
Actually,
that is
would have
just who knows.
thought that Reverse Mountain would have been the actual location of All Blue just because it has all of the waters from all of the sea.
Yeah. And on and
I would have
imagine,
thought that where Crocus is would have been
yes, but
where All Blue is.
imagine if it is that. Because honestly, that would be a moment where you could see him going, "Huh? So I already
It was
reached
there
my
all
dream and
along.
kept going?"
Because that's what he wants. He wants All Blue, which is
Yeah, but
where every fish from every sea is in one place. And it's like
at the same time, I could see Oda
logically.
doing that. I could see Oda introducing it early, but not actually introducing it as All Blue. Oh, and have you heard what's going to be in the live action yet? Because we're getting exactly what we're talking about.
I can't wait.
We're getting
Oh,
Reverse
Reverse
Mountain, which
Mountain. I
means
cannot
we're meeting
wait.
Laboon in live
Oh my
action.
god, Laboon!
Yep. But the last arc that is going to be in the live action is Chopper. We're getting Chopper.
I know. I can't.
Which
I
they
can't wait to
could
see the
easily
boy.
mess up, but I really hope they
hope
don't.
They don't. I can't. I cannot wait to see the tiny lad.
Honestly, the one
'Cause it
person
did.
I'm the most excited for is has to be Crocodile, just because Joe Manganiello playing him is amazing. And I mean, like it actually it makes sense too, because if you don't know, Joe's a massive nerd. He
Oh
is
my god.
he's a D&D, like he's a D&D player.
He's on channel.
He's actually extremely well known for being okay. So you know the Critical Role people.
Yes.
So he went on there as like a character, and apparently he planned a little bit with the DM, but like everything had to go just right. And I think it was like Vecna. So after the team beat Vecna, he basically walked up to the body and was like, "Okay, I say this prayer in the name of Tiamat, and I bring my axe down on my own arm. I take that off. I grab the hand of Vecna. I put it on. I cast a whatever. It attaches to my actual arm, Uh, and then I leave with my prize. I'm sorry, guys. It was just business. And literally walks out of the room. He is so well known for that because he basically came up with a plan that nobody saw coming. And he basically betrayed the entire team because he wanted money. And that is legendary. So, honestly, just the fact that he's going to be a villain is going to be great. Especially because
He's about to channel every evil thing in his body.
He played a werewolf on True Blood, which was pretty gory and pretty much like he had to be very fierce. So I know he can get the ferocity down.
That's actually exciting. I am excited to see Barack works.
Yeah.
Banana Gator. I'm sorry. I just thought about the Banana Gators.
I can't remember the Banana Gators. Oh no, wait. Oh wait, Gators with the I do remember
bananas on their fucking heads.
I don't remember because of the anime. I remember because of One Piece Odyssey because they appear in the game.
They're bastards in Odyssey.
Actually, pretty sure you have to fight them in the game.
Yes.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
I
you
remember.
do.
And
But,
so yeah, with that, honestly,
that whole underwater area flooding is and a smoker being salty.
oh, and they also introduced the character for Dragon who's going to be in it.
Do we see Dragon? Is Oaktown?
Yeah, remember after
Is
the
that
execution and then Smoker catches up with them and then Dragon pushes him down and you see his face for like a very split second.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that's going to be in season 2. It's Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, Drum Island. So basically, everything in the middle of all of that is going to be in it, and that includes, especially because you can't introduce Dragon in any other way other than how he was introduced, because it wouldn't make sense. Maybe a little bit of background that would be okay, because I mean they changed up a little bit for the live action.
Yeah.
Because Garp was not that early, but honestly, that was still pretty awesome that he was in it.
That's true.
And yeah, honestly, they got him pretty good because
I'm okay with the changes. Like,
yeah,
they were good changes. I'm okay with the changes.
I will say though, the guy who plays Zoro is amazing. I love him.
He's doing good work.
Yeah.
He is doing some really good work.
Pretty sure I watched the crew do like a reaction to their own like characters and like all of that, and everybody was like, "How do you do this?" And then with the guy who plays Sanji, he actually learned how to cook so he could be better for the role.
Yep. And he did a lot of kickboxing.
And then Usopp's just a liar. So Usopp's
just a liar.
Usopp's not really interesting until the Water 7 and
yes,
and
his big grow up in Water 7.
Yeah, like that. But then he's the most interesting after the time skip because that's when he's actually awesome. But until then, he's pretty much just a coward, and that's the entire point of his character. As adding on with the fact that Oda has already said that Usopp will always be the weakest character of the crew. He's always said that, or he has said that Usopp will always be the weakest. And I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's still strong, but he will always be the weakest of the crew. And it makes sense ever since Nami got a hold of fucking Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nami was basically tied with him, and now she is not. Because Zeus is just OP.
Yeah, Cloud Gober.
Yeah. All right, so
Cloud go burr.
Want to move on to a little bit of Escape Simulator, which I would
Yes.
I would most likely be showing that, so you get to turn off your camera
Goodbye.
while doing a weird wave.
My
Well,
God, leave me alone.
Well, remember that, everybody. Remember that that weird motion that she just made, because now that I'm teasing her about it, she'll never do it again.
That you know of.
Oh, true. The camera
That you
off. You
know
just
of.
going.
Yep. You're never gonna see it.
I don't know. I saw the dance, which you definitely wouldn't have shown me before. So
Yeah, that's not happening again.
I have my ways, Corey.
That is never happening again.
All right. So now I can turn this back on, and then, and this is actually one of the games that I can play on mouse and keyboard, which is nice. I just realized I probably should have launched the game before, but I didn't do that, so whatever. And I need to change this to this. And oh, holy shit. Okay, I need to change the settings in this because wow. Apparently that does not work. So maximize window. Yeah. Maximize window. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That fucked everything up. Jesus.
Oh, right.
In exclusive, it basically yeah, it's just weird. There, perfect. We'll have a little bit of music.
You're going to have to send your code in DM, by the way.
Oh, and I just realized I have to